Welcome to another episode of the Inside the Bullheads podcast with your hosts Marius and Ska. Hopefully you learned something new, hopefully you enjoy it, so sit back, relax and enjoy. So we are back actually.
Yeah, post-seminar.
Post-seminar, yeah. How do you feel?
Thankful, to be honest. You know, when you speak,
Mm-hmm.
let's consider this an event, right?
Yeah.
You speak, and you're like, why would anybody show up and listen to me talking about this thing that I like so much, you know?
Yeah.
Like it was a sunny, beautiful day.
You could go do anything.
You could do anything, literally, you know, but you decided to show up. That's like the biggest appreciation you can feel sometimes.
Yeah. It's a big thing, like just being grateful for it, basically.
Yeah, because usually that's why people postpone things that they love. So like, what if nobody's interested in?
Yeah.
And they never do it because it's so daring to you and you don't want to do it. It's like maybe nobody shows up, maybe nobody appreciates it. But fuck, once you see it, like it's very rewarding. It's
Yeah.
stressful, you know,
Yeah, but in a good
but
way.
it's very rewarding. Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe we should start with thanking everybody that
Yeah,
showed up.
who showed
because
up and
it
who
means a
also
lot. I cannot describe how much it means to us.
everybody who showed up and also everybody who watched the live stream.
Yes.
Thank you. You're much appreciated, and hopefully we offered you some value.
Yeah, for anybody that took the time, whether to watch, to tell somebody, anybody that shared, whether about the event, the podcast, anything, you know, we really, really appreciate it. It means a lot.
Yeah. So this, and also hopefully, no, not hopefully, for sure gonna get better at
We're
it.
not stopping.
Yeah, we're not stopping. They're gonna get better. We're gonna provide more value, and yeah, it's gonna be an interesting journey, so to say.
Yeah, and I wanted to say thank you to you as well
To
for
me.
being
me.
part of it. Yeah.
Thank you too. You too, because I tried doing it alone once. I think you remember, like last winter or something like that. It was a nice experience, but this was way more elevated, so to say. So yeah, we thanked the people, we thanked each other.
Yeah.
We can also thank the girls for taking photos and being there with us. If we thank everybody right now. So yeah, this being said, let's get into what we were supposed to talk about.
Yeah. No pain, no gain.
Yeah, something
Right.
like that. That's what people say and post on Facebook. I don't know.
Yeah. And by the way, we are all about pushing, we're all about being stubborn, so on. But again, strategically,
Yeah.
contextually, right? Not blindly. So, do you want to play the Jacko thing? Yeah.
Who's Jacko? Who is he?
So, Jacko is an ex-Navy SEAL. I don't know if it can get any more hardcore than this guy, and I have a lot of respect to him because I listen to his podcast and I love what he stands for. And his clip is out of context, okay? But we're just using it to talk about a specific thing that people take it the wrong way.
Yeah. So 1 second.
Okay.
So that no, it went to. Okay, this is it. So this is Jacko.
Listen this.
What do you do on the days when you're just not feeling it? Those days. Those days when I'm tired or worn out or just basically sick of the grind. What do I do on those days? I go anyways.
That's all that interests us, basically.
Yeah. He will go on how you can go harder when you don't feel like, when you're tired, when you're drained, when you don't sleep enough, when you don't eat enough. You have to stand for what you want to do. If you
Mhm.
are signed up to have a workout, to push, to go run a marathon, to just hit the PR in that specific day, it doesn't matter how you feel, you just go and do it. And that's a great thing to do, being driven,
Yeah.
but it doesn't apply to anybody, or
And
it doesn't apply to everybody.
yeah, and there is truth to that, and we should be able, and we should all do that, like do the thing that we don't want to do in a certain context. But if you're talking here like general population and people that just train to look good and to feel good, like this could actually be counterproductive.
Yes.
Because let's say that me and Ska, we take this further than most people would like to take it. And yeah, for us, maybe if we really want to get to that next checkpoint, we need to go through that workout in which we slept less, or maybe we feel not that good, or stuff like that. For you, if you train 3 times per week and your goal is to lose 2 kilos and look a bit better and feel a bit better, maybe if you feel not that good today and like you've had a rough night or something like that, skip today, come tomorrow, do a better job. It's just gonna help you not be as frustrated with the workout, and you're just gonna get an overall better result.
Yeah. And again, I don't want people to take what you said, just skip and
Yeah.
just start skipping things. Skipping means not like in the literal sense. Don't just
Yeah.
skip, let's say. Sometimes you need just to skip. Sometimes you need to just go a little bit easier, or maybe do something a little bit different. Um, because if you push sometimes beyond what your body is capable of, which in certain contexts it's a great thing, but in another one can be very harmful. Um, Maybe take the day off, maybe pursue a different goal, maybe do something else.
It's basically even like even for me, depending on the context, I'll choose when to work out and when not to work out. Sometimes, even though I know I haven't slept enough and overall I feel tired and maybe I really don't have that hype in myself to work out, but it's a Wednesday or something like that. And I just take some pre workout, I hype the shit out of me, and I go for the workout. Be it good, be it bad, doesn't matter. In another context, even this Friday, because it was Friday, and Friday meaning that it's the end of the week, stress accumulated, physical, mental, stuff like that. And I really wasn't feeling it basically. And I decided to move Friday's workout onto Sunday because on Saturday I needed to hit something else, so it was Sunday available. And could have I trained legs that day because it was a leg day? Yes. Was the risk to reward ratio a bit maybe not the best? Also yes. So why risk injuring yourself, or why risk like just giving yourself a really rough time when you can be a bit smarter about it, especially when you got the options, because sometimes you really don't have any other option, but if you got the options, use it.
Yeah. um so I've been training for 10 plus years. Okay. And I didn't had this knowledge the whole time. I had my dumb moments, and I'm still learning till today. Will never stop. But there were times in which I literally didn't know what to do, and I had times in which I knew what to do, but I didn't apply it. Okay, so you will sit down the whole day, or something is bothering you. Okay, and it's deadlift day or it's squat day, and then you have to hit, I don't know, the 200 whatever,
Yeah.
and you ignore the signal that your body gave you, and you go anyways and you do it. And I've done that multiple times, over and over and over again, because I was thinking, okay, if the mind will just figure out something around
Yeah, the
this, the
body is
body will
gonna
follow.
adapt.
No, no, the body's trying to tell you something, and it's up to you to use your brain and listen to it and accommodate for that. it cost me a lot of things down the road. That's why we're having this podcast, so people learn from my previous mistakes, your current ones, even the things from the past. So there is not, unless you are a competitive athlete and you have to get things done, and even then you can go around it, by the way.
Yeah.
um, Listen to your body, you know. I'm not trying to say find excuses not to do the things that you're supposed to do, but if something is off, just give it the benefit of the doubt, you know. And hopefully you don't have to go through the pains. And I mean, imagine having to stay away from the gym for a couple of months just because you just
Yeah,
forced
you
it for
wanted
2
that one
weeks.
day,
You
basically.
don't want that. It's not worth it, you know. Do you have to add anything about that?
Well, basically, as you've said, uh, if we just take that, just it's just that risk to reward ratio each time, because maybe your back hurts a bit, or maybe your knee hurts a bit, or anything like that, and it's pretty easy to be like, and even if you said it, like if you're actually an athlete, yeah, maybe sometimes you need to do it, but most of the time there are even people that like never trained in their life, but they're just stubborn about things. They don't like to postpone them, they don't like to take a rest or something like that. So even if something hurts, they're gonna go through it because like I didn't came here to do nothing, like I'm not gonna back off and something like that.
Yeah.
And that's especially the point in which you should think of, like, okay, I'm gonna push it today, but then I risk it, and I might stay at home like for 1 week, or not stay at home, but just do treadmill or minimum activity, because I wanted to risk it that day. So no matter your context, basically, if you're not gonna get something out of it, and like I don't know, money, career, something like that, you really don't need to push. We don't need to be like children about it, or I don't know if children is the best way to
Let's
put
say
it.
immature.
Immature about it, yeah. And if something is a bit uncomfortable, to not want to do it. But if something is legitimately painful, it's a discomfort that shouldn't be there, you should communicate about it if you're training with somebody, and you should somehow go around it. That would be the idea.
Yeah. You know, one of the things I like about health, fitness in general is that all pieces are connected. Um, Even during seminars and so on, we talk about warming up, getting ready for the workout. That's another indicator that tells you how you feel.
Yeah.
You know, you have this routine that you keep on repeating over and over again. And when you start doing it and you feel something off, that's an information. So it's like before you harm yourself, you've got this structure that can tell you maybe this is your day or not.
It's like a test.
Exactly. And from there, you can adjust. You don't have to start the exercise and feel the pain and
Yeah.
then stop. You start the warm up, you feel something, you communicate whether to your coach or to
yourself
yourself.
even, yeah.
Yes. And you adjust from there. Because if, okay, segues. What is individualized training, right? Because people have different sleep patterns,
Yeah.
food, recovery, you know. And if you ignore all that and you push it anyways, you just violated the most important things in training and biology in general.
Yeah.
Which is people tend to be different. People recover differently. People can handle different amount of load in volume, you know. That's why you should ask yourself, or your coach should ask you, how are you feeling today? Is there anything off? And from there,
Yeah.
you just go along with the workout.
And it's basically like, even I tell my people, like, let's say we start on the leg press, and I'm like, okay, no wait, just go for 10 reps, see if anything hurts, see if anything feels off. Just use anything that you know that should feel in a certain way to test yourself, and to basically, okay, my shoulder feels funny today. Let's do an extra warm-up set. Let's see if it goes away. If it doesn't go away, you don't have to push. Like, it's really that simple. If something hurts, try making it not hurt. If it doesn't stop, just avoid it, and it should go away after that.
Yeah.
Other than that, do you got anything else?
I mean, we can go deeper and deeper, but I think this is what most people will need to hear.
Yeah.
When you hear the no pain, no gain thing,
Yeah, and again, not to somehow this what's the word, to make it to give it less importance. Like, yeah, you need to push, you need to be hard on yourself in certain times, but it needs to be like an equilibrium, and you just can't go 100% all the time. You'll if that period in your life in which, I don't know, work gets more stressful, or the relationship that you are in gets more stressful, your workouts are gonna suffer, and the sooner you accept it, the sooner you're gonna be able to adapt to it and not have to basically feel bad because of it.
yeah, I think training should be considered like a supplement. You know, like who takes a supplement so they can get harmed?
Yeah.
You know, nobody. You don't take supplements or medicine
Yeah, to make
so you feel worse.
Yeah.
You know, you do it to feel better. So once it gets counterproductive, what is the point? We are doing something else now.
Yeah.
You know. The next topic will be about protein.
Yeah.
Too much protein. Why did we pick this topic?
Because we were eating pizza, and Ska was very he liked his pizza very much, the way that it was made, basically.
Yeah, it was cheesy, overly cheesy.
Yeah, and they didn't hold back on like when you usually like go buy a salad and it's supposed to have meat in it, and it has like one quarter of a 50-gram chicken breast or something like that.
Yeah,
And
they
it's like,
over delivered.
yeah.
And by the way, this is something everybody should take as a lesson. Always try to over deliver. Some people won't be worth it, but if you just keep on over delivering, eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I looked at Marius and I told him we will talk about too much protein.
Yeah, because it's
Because I had
cheese
too much,
and
yeah.
yeah.
So today it's too much protein will kill you. I'm kidding. You know what? We had this question in the seminar,
Yeah.
and you cannot go over everything.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I'll try to address a part that I couldn't address
Sure, go for it.
there. So now it's all about protein, right? Get your protein. You have on this side a lot of protein everything, and it's amazing. On the other side, you have the protein phobia, right? Protein will just cause
Destroy your kidneys.
kidneys and everything, even bone density or bone health,
Mhm.
right? So I think I will address these two things, and then we will just wrap it up. Maybe you just have a conversation meanwhile. Too much protein. First of all, what is too much protein? Everybody should ask this question,
Yeah.
because too much protein for me might not be too much protein for you, right? Too little protein for me can be too much protein for you. Okay?
Yeah.
So let's establish that.
Was-
Okay. When too much protein can be a bad thing, okay? If you had kidney dysfunction, by definition, everybody on a kidney disease go through a diet that is low in protein because of the ammonia, acidity, and so on. It makes absolute sense. If your kidney function is intact, that's not something you should worry yourself about. You're completely fine. So let's talk about when do healthy people risk being potentially damaged by eating too much protein. I think in the literature there are two ways. Okay. First one, if you've been fasting
Mm-hmm.
and then you overeat on protein,
Mm-hmm.
maybe you may have some
And what does overeat
kidney.
mean?
For example, if your protein intake, let's say hypothetically, is 1 gram per kilogram,
Okay.
okay? and then you went through a fasting state for, let's say, more than 48 hours, by the way.
Okay,
just
because
to
I was
make sure.
about to
Yes.
ask the breakfast,
Yes.
you know.
Yeah, 48 hours plus.
Okay.
Okay, and then you at least double the amount of protein that you usually get.
Oh,
So
in
you
one
go
meal.
from 1
or...
gram,
Okay.
okay, to 2 grams.
Mhm.
If you get it all in a meal, that's even more damaging. Even if you get it within a day, that can be potentially
Mhm.
damaging. We don't have like the exact data about this, but some studies showed functional structure of the liver changing a little
Mhm.
bit due to this. And the study, I think, was like 7 days. So we don't know exactly what are the long-term implications. The second part will be doubling your protein intake overnight. So it's almost the same thing, but without the fasting. Okay. If you went from, let's say, a low protein to high protein overnight, like the next day you went from 1 gram to 2.5 or 3 grams per kilogram, you might watch for that. Otherwise, it's all benefits almost.
Okay.
Because the body figure out ways to use the protein in any way, shape, or form.
And how do you actually know that you're getting too much protein? Like, what are the symptoms?
And the hierarchy, the first one would be blood work.
Okay.
So you observe, urea because you try to exert it. So you see certain enzymes will be more elevated, like creatinine, like albumin, and so on. So for most people, they won't have like a lot of protein. The next day they will go and have blood work. So that doesn't happen. Usually it's gastrointestinal distress, bloating in a way, the gassy sensation. You will feel it in the bathroom, let's say, even farting can be an indication.
Okay.
Even the smell can be an indication.
Okay.
Your body will tell you when it's too much.
Yeah, so you overall, you're gonna feel that you're off somehow.
Yes,
Okay.
you will know. If you've been constant with things and you made that sudden change, you will see it for sure.
Okay.
What was the other part? Bone density. I
Yeah.
heard some rumors that bone health will be affected negatively. At least from what we know now, especially people that supplement with whey protein because dairy and has calcium, and calcium is stored in the bones. You actually improve your bone health. At least, like the worst case scenario, nothing will happen to your bones. So
it's all benefits basically. If you don't have any pre-existing conditions,
exactly,
it's all benefits.
So bullet points, okay?
Yeah.
If you're healthy, you want to eat a lot of protein. If you want to increase gradually. Don't double overnight.
Yeah.
Go gradually. Go from 1 gram to 1.2, 1.5, 2, and so on. Don't go 1 to 3, 1 to 2 overnight. Start slow. Don't fast and overeat on protein, right? Just be mindful with that. Have enough. If something is off, you will know, okay? Then if it happens, back off a little bit, go back to baseline, and then increase gradually again, okay? If you have any kidney function problems, you should be aware. Most people are on low protein, so you should watch out for that. These are my 2 cents about the topic of too much protein. And the highest amount of protein ever made was 5 grams per kilogram, and I mentioned in the seminar people were fine.
And basically, if you have a kidney disease or dysfunction or something like that, are your possibilities to like build muscle and all that, like, of course that shouldn't be the number one priority, first of all, but do they get so much more like smaller, like the chances for you to achieve what you want?
Honestly, I'm not aware. First of all, again, okay, I'm aware of something. Even amongst the people with kidney disease, resistance training changes almost the whole game.
Yeah.
Yes. So if we are talking about a sedentary person, you have no need to increase your protein if you have, especially if you have a kidney problem,
Mhm.
right? But if you resistance train, that changes the whole game because you send a signal to the muscle, you're more insulin sensitive, muscle protein synthesis is higher, and so on and so forth. So it somehow offsets
Okay.
the damage.
Okay.
Okay, does it make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, the gym makes everything better.
Honestly, we might seem biased, and we probably are, but I was talking to her the other day, and I told her we were listening to a podcast about health and obesity and so on. It's like, you know what? We are so lucky to be part of this because we tend to prevent so many things of happening. You know, like you get somebody in shape, or somebody's not in shape, and then you just somehow try to help them to get their life together. And this is like preventative medicine, like literally.
Yeah. That's the best thing you can do, like to prevent anything.
Yeah.
You don't need to take multivitamins and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just come to the gym.
Just adding the exercise component to
Yeah.
anything, you know.
And the fact that it can offset so many things, like even a bad diet, stuff like that. It can all get somehow compensated.
Yeah. Sometimes it can get a little bit more complicated because
Yeah, it's not.
there are some instances in which even active people that go to the gym and so on, but they have like a sedentary lifestyle.
Mhm.
Sometimes exercise didn't save them that much,
Mhm.
but their lives is still better than not doing anything still.
Yeah.
You know, because still the most important component is to be active during the whole day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, what's up with the merch that we tried to somehow push?
We're not trying to push.
No, we tried to not to push. Yeah, that's not the best.
We wanted to create something for us that represents us
Yeah.
and people around us at the same time. We want people to be proud, rocking the t-shirts or whatever we are coming with. I'm pretty sure that people see brands around and they want something a bit different, something
Yeah.
special,
Yeah.
something that represents somebody that maybe they look up to a degree at least. And we have skin in the game, you know. It's not like this shady thing trying to make money out of, you know.
Yeah.
We would like to grow it, of course. It makes for a good story to talk about it in the future, you know, the day we met and how we did it and when we did it and the whole stuff and who was with us. You know, it makes for a very nice story. We want to have that. Like I want to leave that.
Yeah.
You know. And I want people to be part of it too.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's just a good opportunity to create a community which is a bit about more than only like lifting and gym and all that kind of stuff. It's more about the community itself and about the people that are driven and want to learn more and all that kind of stuff.
Because we're talking about how to differentiate ourselves from, you know, somebody else, but we mentioned the supplement website, right? But then we just took a pause and like, we are not the same thing. It's not
different.
even close. We are in the education side, into coaching side. You know, we are actually in the trenches with people. You know, like we get to touch their sweat and they get to talk to us and we see them doing their things, and you know, it's like it's just so raw.
Yeah.
In real, you know. They get to see the person they're getting the stuff from and suggest, and we want this thing, we want to change this thing, you know. So this is what we're trying to build, whether it's a course, whether it's a seminar, whether it's anything. It's going to be from us to them or from them to us at the same time. It's like this.
And also, because it was very conceptual, everything that we said until now. The next step, basically, as we've established, would be for us to actually try a different provider
Yes.
and to actually find a good quality, good fitting t-shirt.
Yeah.
A few kind of t-shirts, so
Yeah.
to say. It's gonna be like 2 to 3. And basically, in the moment that we feel, and that's gonna be like pretty rapid, the whole process, hopefully. The moment that we're comfortable with the product itself, we're gonna get our message integrated,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be there for anybody that wants to support us, that wants to rock the message, that wants to be part of it, basically.
Yes. I know people will want to support us and buy the thing, but we also want to give them something they really.
Yeah, something to wear,
Yes.
something to be proud to wear, and something
Exactly.
that you actually don't wear just because you know me or Scott,
Exactly.
but you wear it because you
It deserves to be worn.
yeah,
Right.
and you genuinely like the t-shirt, and it's a t-shirt that you'd wear even if you didn't know us or something like that.
Yeah. So we'll keep people updated.
Yeah,
We'll get to or try to get it all together, the design and everything. If you'd like specific cut, we'll go as simple as we can in the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay. It will never be perfect, but the promise will be we'll always try to make it better.
yeah,
Right.
and yeah, basically, personally, I wanted to rush it a bit, but after we talked through it, we got to the conclusion that it would be better to actually deliver, maybe not like also quite rapid, but to deliver more than something that could be found anywhere or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Plus, the more we grow in any way, the more we try to be valuable to somebody else.
Yeah.
So if somebody contributes and purchase, we try to make a better t-shirt or a better pants or better whatever. And if they come to the seminar, we'll try to make a better seminar the next time.
Yeah.
If we organize a course or a practical and people participate and contribute, we'll try to make a better one again. It's like constantly reinvesting to get it better over time.
So that everybody gets to win, basically. like that.
Exactly. Exactly.
You don't just waste money or time or anything like that on things that you can find anywhere, and you hope for better quality or better use of your time, and you don't get it here, hopefully. And we are gonna always try to actually provide it.
Exactly. So keep an eye on our socials, on our events.
Yeah.
Again, we are just getting started and we're not stopping, hopefully.
It's very weird because the light is not on in the room that we're making it, and it's starting to become how do you call it? It's
Dark.
Yeah, it's dark. That's the word. And I don't know. It's the pizza that we've eaten previously in combination with the darkness. It's like
Yeah. Yeah, circadian rhythm stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Again, we really appreciate anybody listening. Again, thank you for showing up.
Much appreciated.
Yes, we'll keep it coming.
Yeah, the second one we don't want to like throw out any date or something like that, but probably it's gonna be after the Christian Easter, which is after the 24th of April.
Okay.
Anytime after that date, so that people actually get to enjoy the holidays. And
we'll listen to the feedback. We'll try to have the visuals. We'll try to have the topics in place. We'll get suggestions beforehand. We'll advertise it
better
and
more.
Yes, and we try to make an overall better experience next time. And thank you for the feedback.
Yeah, it means a lot. And
Yes,
the feedback is more important than people usually think. But
yeah,
if you see that small link with feedback, click it. It's 2 minutes of your time, which help us a lot. So yeah, thank you to everybody.
Well, let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
Have a good day, weekend, whenever you're listening. If it's a working day, just go crush the day. If it's a bad one, you will have a better one.
Yeah, just adjust accordingly to what you've learned today.
Okay, peace.
Okay, guys, that's gonna be a wrap. Thank you for listening. Hopefully, you've learned something. Hopefully, you've enjoyed it. Any kind of advice, any kind of feedback, any kind of topics that you'd like us to go over, just send them on Instagram at The Fitness Practitioner or at Trained by Marius. And thanks for having us. Until the next one, enjoy the process.